My favorite part about teaching is being a lifelong learner myself, and that's one of the things that we try to instill that value in our students is to not just learn because you have to get an A in the class or to pass the class, but rather to have that love of learning, because as a practicing pharmacist down the road, you're always going to have to keep up on that knowledge. And so I get to keep up with everything as a teacher, but then it's a matter of also seeing that development in our students and seeing them come to us almost with a blank slate of knowledge, having a lot of background knowledge, but then really learning how to apply that information to the science aspects of pharmacy and the practice aspects of pharmacy, and kind of grow and develop professionally over their time here during the curriculum. And probably the most joy that I see is when the students come back after their 6 years of advanced pharmacy practice experience and those rotations, and they come back to campus right before graduation. You can really see how much they have grown and developed, and you compare that back to when I first saw them in the classroom during their 4th year, and it's amazing how much they have grown during that time. And then when they go back out, and probably the most joy is when they are out a year or two and they come back and say, hey, I really appreciate everything that you taught us, because it's really paid off. I don't always just teach students in the classroom. It's those exposures outside of the classroom that are also important. And one thing that I do is I have a research lab, and in that research lab we're looking at multiple different targeted therapies for cancer. And in that process I get to mentor students, and one student in particular that comes to mind is Tana Whited. Tana was a very shy student that came to me her 2nd year. She was recommended by her advisor to come see me because she was interested in research. And so we sat down, we talked, and she made it through that first hour-long conversation. I'm not sure why she didn't just go away at that point, but she stuck through it. And then she came back, and she worked with older students in the lab. She worked with me, and during that time, she grew. And then she came back, her 3rd and 4th year, and now she's a 5th year student, and she's my research assistant, and she is now in charge of doing several different things in the lab. And so it's been nice to watch her grow professionally during that time, both inside the classroom, but more importantly outside of the classroom.